How's it going, everyone? My name is Clink and welcome back to Demon Souls. So I got the souls to level up off camera, and then we'll be ready for Ritual Path, I do believe. Let's go ahead and get another level of endurance. And what am I at? Level 61? That's not too bad. I also am wondering if I'm so close. I'm so very close. I think one more endurance level. I'm gonna get rid of my human form real quick and then we'll begin. Okay. So one other thing that I want to make sure I do is that that's the wrong guy. Is that I get the soul remains. They're actually quite helpful for this area. I have a few on me. I could have sworn I put more in this already. Oh well. Soul remains don't have any carry weight, so it's fine to just keep them on you. And yeah. Or do they have carry weight in the remake? Oh, I guess they do. Never mind. So Ritual Path. This is not a very long area. However, it can be quite difficult, as the boss can be hard if you don't know what its gimmick is. And it's also got no shortcuts. So if you die, you basically have to redo the entire area. And there's all these manta rays. Remember how much I love these things? Yeah, they're great. So if you saved Blige, he'll actually show up right here as a merchant.
Hello. You look terrible. Cheer up. Life is an adventure. There's somebody I ought to warn you about. A fella who lacks common decency. They call him Patches the Hyena. And he's the one that laid that trap for me. He's the kind of person who'd stab his own mother in the back. If you happen to spot him, you'd do us all a favor by putting him out of his misery. Have you been to the altar where the Reapers summon shadows? Well, I think someone may be trapped in the lower cavity. I heard them praying for dear life. Pity the poor fool. He probably fell for one of Patch's old tricks. Pity the poor fool.
Okay, so that's all Blige has to say. He has a few new things from the last time we saw him. I don't remember what the new things are. I think Moonshade Stone is one of them, though. So yeah, he's gonna warn you about Patches. Patches is in this level, and he's had someone else trapped, which is kind of interesting. It actually is a really interesting plot point if you ask me. But we'll talk about that in a bit. This is the Reaper that summoned shadows he was talking about, though. These guys are really cool. At least they look really cool. But they essentially summon clones of the Shadow Men that once lived here long ago, supposedly. And, you know, they were the ones performing rituals. I think what it is like the Adjudicator was like a god they would sacrifice them to, or see if people were worthy, and then if they were, they'd come to the Ritual Path and be offered as a sacrifice to the King of the Storm, or the Storm King, I should say, which is like their god, their real god, I guess. And because King of the Storm is a very different thing. But yeah, killing the Reaper will get rid of all those guys, and this is actually one of the best soul farming spots in the entire game. If you just like walk into the corridor and shoot that Reaper with the bow, as you can see, I got over 6,000 souls. So it's a pretty quick way to make some cash if you want some extra levels or something, or you're, you know, trying to just buy something. This will get you back up to the top if you need to get back up here for whatever reason. And there's actually another thing that'll get us around as well, which is over here. We'll go see Patches here in a second once I, you know, just knock out this other stuff. But if you come up here, I think this is the fake wall. Yeah. There's an item up here, but there's also a pressure plate. Just avoid that. The dart, I think, comes from the other side. Yeah. And over here, you can actually find another one of the black-eyed skeletons that we saw before. I can get a backstab. As you can see, he has a lot of health. Let's be careful here. But we're pretty strong at this point with the meat cleaver, so it's not like too big of a deal. He does still do a lot of damage though, so he's a enemy to be cautious of. 5k souls, that's actually pretty good if you can kill him in only a couple hits. If you're in pure Black World tendency, the Primeval Demon shows up along this cliff area. I think it's like literally right here or something. Or no, I think it's about here. But you can loop around, and then this just lets you get back to the very beginning of the area. Red arrow on my screen, and that was all that was in my head. But this lets you get back up to Blige if as well, if you want to do that. I don't know why I'm going on the upper one when I need to be on the lower one. And now we can go talk to Patches. Call me Patches. Love Patches. He is the man. Let's see. It is just down here. Right below this.
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong, really. Come on now. We've got better things to fret about. That pit there is filled with treasure. But, I'm having a little trouble getting to it myself. Go on, take a look. There are more riches than you could dream of.
Just looking at like the facial animations in this game sometimes just it looks a little creepy, but I appreciate the detail on them.
Hey, don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Patches really just does not want to give us a break. But this is the guy that was heard praying by Blige.
Heavens, did you fall for that little devil's trap? Well, I did the same. He fooled me, and now I am stuck here. The reverberations seem to suggest that we are connected to the outside. A fearsome dark phantom stands between us and freedom. But have no fear. God will cleanse us of evil. Pray with me. Umbasa.
So this is none other than Saint Urbane, and he's being guarded down here by this Black Phantom, who's not too difficult, honestly. I have the stamina to swing 3 times now? Oh my goodness. Crazy. Okay, not how I intended for that to go, but I got greedy, but it worked out. So we'll be right back, I guess. Gotta be honest, there's a level I want to be dying in, it's probably this one, just because I can get another 6,000 souls, like, right at the start, and there you go, it's just more money. But yeah, let's talk to Urbane again.
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse the world of the aforementioned phantom? God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
So, I think Urbane is one of this game's most interesting characters. By the way, that item we can only get in pure white or Black World tendency, maybe. But yeah, Urbane is, you know, he's the main guy of the disciples that we have back at the Nexus, and he'll be there now that we've rescued him. But I think the most interesting thing here is just where you find Urbane, which is down in that pit.
You? I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said. Well, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look, I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. I know. Have this as a token of my friendship. Not bad, right?
Oh yay, another gas resistance ring.
No need to drag each other.
So, as I was saying with Urbane though, I think where you find him is one of the most interesting things about him. Since he's in that pit, Patches lured him in there and knocked him in there. And Patches' main trick is, you know, treasure. He's like, hey, there's treasure down in that pit. you should go check it out, buddy. So there's only a couple of things that could have happened. It's either Patches told Urbane maybe someone needed help down there or something else, or Urbane is not the man of God he seems to be, because you would think he would be above these worldly possessions such as treasure like this. Yeah, we find him in the same pit as us, so I find that one of the most interesting parts about Urbane, and there's a lot more that's going to be interesting about him as we get to the end of the game, but I really do think Urbane's honestly one of the most interesting characters that they put into this game. And like I mentioned with the whole like faith and sorcery plot line in the game, I feel like they put a whole lot into that for such a minor thing, but it's a dichotomy I really like in the game, and it's something that most of the other Souls games don't really have an equivalent to. Like, you can really point out an equivalent for a lot of stuff in this game to other Souls games, but I feel like this is one that they never really did again. And alright, so this is where the soul remains are going to be useful. This is the bulk of the ritual path, or at least its difficulty, is this area here. So what I want to aim for actually is about right there, I think. I think I shot too low. But ideally, if you use your soul remains right, these guys fire these laser beams, and you do not want to get hit by them. They do a lot of damage. But if you do something right, you can actually get the Reaper that spawns these to walk right off the edge. And I know I did it once, and I'm trying to remember how. I'm trying to see if I can replicate that. I'm probably wasting a lot of my soul remains trying to do this, but it was really cool when I did it, and I felt awesome. Maybe it was like throwing them down there. Let's see what happens if I do that. If I get a large influx of souls, that's what it is. Let's throw this over here. And is that still gonna reach me? No. Perfect. So we can now get behind this guy. Yeah, these shadow men are quite tanky, surprisingly. I think you can drop down onto this pillar from above to have a slight shortcut. I'm not really gonna mess with this one. Are you serious? Is that one really aggroed onto me already? From all the way over here? Wait, where'd it fire from? Is it on the other side? Oh, I forgot about this one. Yeah, there's this little guy here who will get you for trying to pick up those items. I guess there's multiple little guys. But yeah, the area is really straightforward from here. Like, there's honestly not too much going on in the ritual path other than these little laser beam problems. Just got to be kind of careful with this one here. Let's go ahead and just take a hit. Okay. This is probably the most concerning one right at the end here. And I already only have 2 soul remains. Dang. Aim up, fire, and if you did it right, he'll aim upwards and go to the left here, kill the Reaper. He's the one summoning all these guys anyway. So do that, and there you go. And now we're already pretty much at the end. The thing is, there's quite a few enemies in this last little part. It takes a little bit to explore just because of how many there is. But I think you can get another Master's Ring down here. Or is it? No, it's the Ronin's Ring, I think. Let's take out all these little slugs. The slugs aren't really the thing you need to watch out for. It's those white balls right there. Those are kind of like the ones that floated around in the Stonefang mines, where they blow up. So you just have to be kind of careful for them. Yeah, it's not this pool here. What's this item? Can I get it? There we go. I think it's over here. I remember it being like underneath something. Ah, this is it. Excuse me, pardon me. Uh-oh. I don't want those balls anywhere near me. That didn't come out right, but whatever. Let's kill some slimes, some slugs. Yeah, the Ronin ring and the hiltless. That's another katana. I think that one will take health from you when using it because it doesn't have a hilt. So, but it's pretty good. Just one of the 3 katanas in the game. There's the Uchi katana, the hiltless, and the magic sword Makoto, which is also found here. Which is that item I was saying is only in pure black or white world tendency. So be careful here. I think one of these was still alive. Guess not. I think that's about it for this part of Ritual Path. I guess there's still this thing here. Moonshade Stone Chunk. Yeah, that's also it by extension for really the whole area. Wait, was there an item right there? No. Okay. So just head all the way over here and we're basically at the boss. So this boss has a unique gimmick of it can't see. So anything that will make you harder to detect is quite helpful. I think there's also a spell that will do this. I'm obviously not using that, but I want to also have my age spices equipped because I doubt I'll kill it with only one curse weapon. And there's a free legendary warrior soul right there. But go on ahead, apply your buffs. We got our grasses on, so nothing's gonna be wrong. It's like the 3rd time I made that stupid joke. This is the old hero. If you don't know to use the thief ring for this, this can actually be a pretty tough duel. But because we are awesome and have played the game before, we know what's up. So if you see him roar like that, you want to get away. Usually you'll want to attack him from behind, so I'm going to just go for 2 hits here, even though it's usually a really bad idea. See, he's like chasing me down, he's going to start going aggro, but it usually doesn't last for very long, so, whoops, whiffed. Bonk. He has a lot of health. He probably has one of the larger health pools of any boss in the game. But he really isn't too difficult as long as you're wearing the thief ring, which is really the intended way to fight him. He's incredibly aggressive if you don't have the thief ring on, or any sort of way to hide your presence. So aggressive to the point that he actually is quite difficult to dodge. Let's go ahead and just use an H spice. I've got to stop whipping that. I'm just whipping all my attacks, really. There we go. So he's not too bad. I want to sound like he said Robert. If you've ever played Sekiro, you probably remember that. I think there's another item right back here somewhere. Something. Maybe not. Oh, no. There is. 37k souls. I could have probably gotten more had I equipped my Avarice ring faster, but oh well. And with that, we're done here. That's all of Ritual Path. It's pretty short, like I said. So we'll just do some leveling, and then we can end off for today. Which, how much does it take for me to level up right now? 22k. I can... Dang. I think that's gonna be enough. Because I think it's 26 and a half is what I'm up to on the equip load. So that should be enough. We're gonna just start leveling strength once again. There we go, that was 5 more levels. Nice, okay. Let's see if I can finally put my binded armor on. Oh, yes, we're just under that equip load. Perfect. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this video here, and I will see you guys next time, where we'll do the Swamp of Sorrow. It's finally time for that. I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.